There are bands out there that strive to make intimate and immersive music with their talent and personal experiences. There are many great bands like that. Nickelback is one of those bands, possibly one of the most notorious examples, at that, whose sole purpose is to make money. They target the vulnerable masses who are not familiar with what decent music is, because the people around them, who they grow up with, live around, and work with have obscured themselves from such exposure, first, or second hand. Or they are simply living under a rock. Today's album review is for Nickelback's All the Right Reasons. I considered making this review for their most recent release Dark Horse, from 2008, but I decided that this album would be better to review, because more people are familiar with it. The first problem with this album is the title, All the Right Reasons, as well as the cover art. This title is unimaginative, as they come and sounds like it was administered by one of the record executives of EMI. It incites absolutely zero intrigue. My guess is that most of the people who do consume this garbage music only checked the label at Walmart for the band name and plopped it in at the base of their shopping cart. The record company knows damn well that Nickelback fans don't think critically about the music they listen to. And for the album cover, that has to be the worst imitation of a rock album cover ever produced. All you see is some Hot Wheels car racing through a track that's in between someone's pants that are given blur streaks, except for a horizon view that was photoshopped in to make it look like it's a car in the middle of nowhere. And why is this image on a tilt? It doesn't stir any intellectual intrigue by doing so. But let's just be honest, this is a stock image photo. And anyone could have pulled a picture from the internet and made an album cover like this in 5 minutes using Microsoft Paint. There were 7 singles that spawned from this album of 11 tracks, clearly indicative that this album was sonically designed to produce heavy streams of revenue, and any sort of artistic intricacy and musical personality was to be an afterthought. The songs suck. All the songs in this album follow one single formula, terbutyl lithium. The first single from this album, Photograph, is the definition of generic rock music. It relies completely on standard tuning, studio sheen, and regular verse-chorus bridge-chorus song structure. The lyrics are just the rudimentary sentimental appeals that have been sung by countless other singers, songwriters and bands, most of whom barely make a living. And America ate it up. It even charted highly in the UK, for fucking Christ's sake. Speaking of sappy, there's another single called If Everyone Cared. The same descriptors for Photograph apply to this song as well. When they are not trying to be deep as a diving pool, they are regularly going out of their way to write stupid songs like Rockstar. Here's an example of the lyrics. I want a brand new house in an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in and a king-size tub, big enough for 10 plus me. Clearly, Chad Kroeger was drunk when he had the idea that he wanted to play baseball while he takes shits in his house. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars, the girls come easy, and the drugs come cheap, we'll all stay skinny, cause we just won't eat. Chad Kroeger makes himself sound shamelessly stupid to the point where anyone listening with a proper education can't listen without the consideration of how stupid Chad's mindset is. Animal has nothing going for it. It's an aping of countless other grunge songs which are harder sounding and have better writing. Far Away is and will out in history as the most boring rock song ever recorded. Nothing more to say. Next contestant has the same power chords as the others and does a poor job deceiving more intelligent audiences by adding different finger picking and guitar effects in the verse sections. All the backing effects in the song spark zero intrigue. And I wish she'd take the night off so I don't have to fight off every asshole coming on to her. It happens every night she works. They'll go and ask the DJ. Find out just what would she say if they all tried coming on to her. Don't they know it's never gonna work? They think they'll get inside her with every drink they buy her as they all try coming onto her. This time somebody's getting hurt. Already, this is depicting and mirroring the low-class people who listen to this bullshit music. Here comes the next contestant. Is that your hand in My Girlfriend? Is that your hand? I wish you'd do it again, I'll watch you leave here limping. I wish you'd do it again, I'll watch you leave here limping. There goes the next contestant. I'm hating what she's wearing. Everybody here keeps staring, can't wait till they get what they deserve. This time somebody's getting hurt. The whole contestant thing is a bad analogy for a bar full of prospective boyfriends of the sleazy whore in whatever Hooters she works at. Seriously, Chad, your band is Nickelback. No girl, unless they are mentally handicapped, wants to fuck you and your weird space face eyes. There is a track in this album called Side of a Bullet that is in tribute to Dimebag Darrell, and what a fucking shame it is. It is the shortest track in the album, clocking in at exactly 3 minutes, and even contains a stolen recording of one of Mr. Darrell's precious solos. It's songs like these that just go to show how unimaginative Nickelback is musically. Seriously, what was the point of including this song in the album? This is a disgrace to the late guitarist. Chad and Ryan should be banned from touching instruments with strings because of this pathetic pile of abortion. The only way any of these songs stand out is that they get endless play on radio, television and record stores, like Walmart. The whole thing is so samey, generic, and one-dimensional. It's like reading the diary of a toddler of an 8-year-old girl from the Babysitter's Club. None of the 11 songs pass the 4-minute mark, which is a problem, because it shows that this band is purposeless and has nothing to say, but it's wonderful in the eyes of the corporation that generates their revenue from marketing these so-calls, and because they see them as a tool to keep mass amounts of international citizens mentally sterile. They all hover around the 3.5-minute mark, because they are crafted to go on the radio. What a bunch of soul-selling losers. Like Nickelback, if your song plays in a fast food restaurant, you are not an artist. This is rock with prophylaxis rubber. The fans of this band are just as bad. Have a look at the fans of Nickelback. But before you do, wear these to protect your corneas. Nickelback fans are the most unintelligent people living in America and Canada. All the Right Reasons was the worst rock album of 2005. This album is a piece of shit.